Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Glass Half Full. It is March. It is 2025. Mm-hmm. What episode number is this?
Ugh.
Yeah.
440? So?
We in the 40s?
Because
Wow.
I could verify that, but I'm not gonna.
The epitome
I love that.
Yeah.
of laziness. I love it.
I'm
I
just
love
sorry.
it.
It's not laziness, it's focus.
Well, they know
yeah.
what episode it is because it's in the title. So
yeah, you
all
know.
Yeah, you guys
because
know.
you see it.
Yeah.
Hey,
We
tell
know
us,
it
what is
too.
it?
742. Yeah, email us. And tell
Can you
us what
imagine
your
if we
episode-
got to episode 742?
Being
Oh,
a
my
monthly
word.
podcast, that's a long time.
Are we gonna live that long?
I'm going to be dead before then, for sure.
We're going to be in our retirement home still doing this.
That would
and it's
be
no one's
amazing.
listening.
It's just,
We don't even have microphones. It's just
it's like a Shutter Island situation where like we're all crazy by that point.
Everyone's
and
playing
this,
along.
This is our thing. They're playing along.
Yeah.
I like
sorry.
it.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
If you've not, that movie came out like 09.
Yeah, that's
all
on you.
It's on you.
Yes.
It's a great movie if you haven't seen it.
I told you
It's a
about how
good
I
twist.
spoiled Hunger Games.
Yeah, on
the
air.
radio.
You know, speaking of Hunger Games, I've been listening to the new Hunger Games book.
Is it good?
It came out with a new book. I'm enjoying it. It's about Haymitch when the games that he won. Remember, he's like the mentor for Katniss and PETA. He's like the only living victor from.
I'll be honest with you. I went straight to Harry Potter for some reason.
Oh,
When you said Haymitch, I was thinking Hagrid or something.
Oh yeah, no.
that's
Yes,
weird.
Yeah,
Haymitch. Yes,
It's
yes.
Woody Harrelson.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so
Yes.
it's him as a teenager when he was
very cool.
in the Hunger Games. It's really so it's from his perspective. It's really cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, hey, my name's Adam, by the way.
And I am Andrew Patrick Alexander Archer.
and I'm Brandy Michelle Gibson.
Yes.
My middle name's Wayne. I feel like I
started
it's like
to
I was
think.
out of some
You
loop.
were.
Yeah, we talked about
You have two solid middle names.
two solid middle names. Yeah.
Why is that?
I was going to be Patrick Alexander Archer.
Okay.
Because I was going to be born on St. Patrick's Day.
Okay.
And then I wasn't. I was
Okay.
born the day before.
Yeah.
And so they were like, can't be Patrick, wasn't born on St. Patrick's Day.
That's hilarious.
Let's throw in Andrew.
So you're Andrew Patrick.
Alexander. And Alexander is my great-great-grandfather who was a New York City firefighter.
Very cool.
And I one of the pieces of kind of inheritance that I've received now, my dad passed, was I think it was his 25 years of service pocket watch
Wow.
that Alexander received for his service for the New York City firefighters. And
That's
so,
very cool.
Yeah, so that's one of the things that I got now, and it's really cool.
That
And,
is amazing.
Yes.
How much do you
nice.
think you could get for that?
Well, that's the question, right? You know what I mean? Like my dad, like my brothers.
sorry,
No, I have thought that so we've got a sword in our family that was used in World War I. Our great grandfather, whatever, and so it's a whole line of James Joseph Archers. So the first son has been James Joseph Archer. And including my brother. And so the sword goes to James Joseph Archer. And so when I was a kid, I just wanted the sword because that's
Yeah.
way cooler than a pocket watch.
Sure.
And so I was like, Dad, I'm going to sell the pocket watch and buy a cool sword because that's way cooler.
Yeah.
So I've always been like, I'm selling the pocket watch when I get it. But now that I have
can't.
it,
You can't
I
now.
can't sell the pocket
No.
watch.
Unless.
Depends on how much. I think there's like diamonds on it or something. I don't know.
No way.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Wow.
So
That's very cool.
My brother's got the sword and I can tell time.
That's great.
The significance of my middle name.
Yeah.
It's my dad's. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it like your grandpa's middle name too? Or is it like,
no, I don't think so. I've never been a big fan of my middle name.
so you didn't
Kids
pass it on
growing
to your
up would make
boys?
fun of me.
Wait, really?
Yeah, they'd be
Wayne.
like Adam, weenie wanna. They would do that,
Wow.
and they would go Idris.
Really?
I'm like,
Uh,
that's not even funny.
It's
weird.
not.
But I said that really quietly to myself.
Yeah, of course. And then cried with your
Because
Legos.
I was scared of people. Okay.
What's your middle name? What's the significance there,
I
Brandy?
don't
Well
know that
played,
there-
sir.
I don't
That
know
was
that there is. It's Michelle.
It's just pretty. Like you're.
Yeah, I think my dad wanted to call me Michelle, and my mom was like, no. So we'll call her Brandy Michelle. I don't know.
Okay.
And then my dad called me Shell Bell. So,
Aw.
yeah.
Well, that's cute.
It is cute.
Well, there you go. That's a little history lesson of us.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Here's what's going to happen. Oh, by the way, what a fun month March has been. We were, before you got here,
Yeah.
Brandy and I were going through the month of March.
Yeah.
And most everything. There's a lot of other things happening, but kind of like big picture stuff that has happened in the life of our church. We kicked off the month with the night of worship, which was great. And it was
night.
originally in January, but weather caused us to move it. We had a child dedication that Sunday as well in services. What was it? 15 families, I think.
14 families, 16 kids. The whole stage was filled.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Very cool. We had baptisms on the 16th.
Yes.
Yep.
Just amazing stories. The way that we have done baptisms, I don't know. It's been a couple years now. I feel like, and we used to do like a baptism Sunday where we get like 10 of them,
Yeah.
Or 20.
and it was difficult to kind of do that and do it as well as we could. And so we strategically moved to kind of every third Sunday of the month. We try at least once a month. And it's been really, I think it's been cool to be consistent with that and to allow our church to just kind of have that excitement every month to be able to hear people, their life story, like just their stories of how God has changed their life. And I think what's been cool is we've pretty much had baptisms every month.
Yep.
And I think it's because people hear these stories and they're in those situations where they feel like they're not worthy of God's love or they're too far gone. And they hear these stories of people who thought that as well.
Yeah.
And they realize, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
And they take those next steps. And it's just really cool to see that. And so we had some amazing baptisms.
Yeah, we did.
On the 16th.
It is just special, man. Like, you know, like I think when we preach and we teach, like it's good. And I think it helps people, hopefully. But like there is something special about hearing someone that's going through a similar thing and man, seeing how God has stepped in and changed their life and how man, trusting in Jesus has changed everything for them, you know, and hearing that and just having that at the forefront all the time and just having the opportunity all the time, you know, because somebody might meet Jesus and it's like, well, baptism Sunday's in 6 months.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, it's like, well, that's a kind of a bummer. Like if I want to take that step sooner, you know, having more opportunities for people to take that step. And I think it's been a great change.
Absolutely.
Good for our church.
And this time I got to hand people towels, which I don't know. That's just a special thing. You get to be like the first person out to see them get out of the water. That was awesome.
That was cool.
Love it.
Thank you.
And then this past Sunday, the 23rd, we had in our services, we had an opportunity to honor Bruce Lane, our executive pastor. He's transitioning out of that role. And he's been here for around 6 years, I would say. And he's it's just funny. He showed up right before like the craziest season of any of our lives with the pandemic. We had to shut everything down. We had online only for a period of time, and just navigating through all of that and just a lot of changes within the church that have ultimately been really good changes. Even just transitioning from Pastor Tim to Josh. We've never done that. It's been Tim the whole time. So a lot of just big changes and big things happening in the life of the church, and Bruce was here for that, and he really helped us kind of navigate a lot of those just kind of crazy times. And it was cool just to be able to honor him. Josh allowed him just time to share his heart, and he said some really awesome things, and so it was great to be able to do that that Sunday. And then that evening we had an awesome volunteer appreciation event we call Unite, and it was fun. We've got these 2 banners here. We had some fun. We had our own March Madness tournament of rock, paper, scissors. That turned out to be more fun than you 100%. You wouldn't think that, right?
It was awesome.
Hey, let's play rock, paper, scissors at church.
But that
sounds terrible.
Yeah, but you throw 2 people on the stage in a tournament. Best out of 3. It gets pretty intense.
It does. You did an excellent job.
Thank you.
Like,
I appreciate it. Thank you.
It's been said, but I want to say it again.
Thank you,
because it takes a lot to skillfully host a rock, paper, scissors tournament that isn't boring and miserable. And like 4 rounds in, you're going, what are we doing?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's what makes it exciting, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, because it could have been like, 2 people on a stage. That's great.
Yeah.
That was fun.
It was a lot of fun. And Brandy did a great job of creating. So each ministry has their own mascot. So we put these 2 in because we 3 represent these 2 ministries. And Brandy and I represent Ridge Worship Wombats. And Arch represents Community Life Capybaras.
Yay.
And then we've got like Outreach Owls. We got Foster WV Foxes.
Guest Experience Geckos. What up?
I know. We got, what was the
Ridge
the
students.
Octopi?
Operations
Octopi. That's so funny.
So it was a lot of fun. Had a great time. And you know what you were saying, like people hear us as hosts or us as not us as pastors, you as pastors, say a lot of things on stage about our vision, about, taking next steps, being engaged, being part of the church. But we got to hear from Israel Hall, who's been a part of our church for almost 25 years.
Longer than half our church has been alive.
Yes. He met his wife here. Yeah. Their family grew up in the church. His son got baptized recently, Elijah, and they've been just invested and involved. And he just said some really powerful things about, you can come to church on Sundays and you can do that, and that's okay. But there's nothing like investing and being a part of the church community, because you find community. Yeah. Like, not only are you just obeying God and serving the church and impacting others for Christ, but it impacts you as well. Yeah. And what comes out of doing that is so important and so needed for us. And we don't realize it, I think, until we actually take that step.
Totally.
And he said some really just great things about if you take that step, there's just going to be so much good that comes out of it.
Yeah.
And
we put in what you get out. Exactly. Or you get out what you put in. Yes. Right.
Yeah. And you can, I say this too, like, we can always come up with excuses not to do something. Mm-hmm. And I think the life that we all live right now is so crazy and so busy. Yeah. But if you just take that step, you'll be so glad you did. Yep. So it was great to hear from him.
They can hear that story on YouTube. And if it's not there now, Matt will put it there. I'm looking at him, pointing at him. We got it. Yes. It'll be there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So all of that was in March.
That's a big March, man.
That's a big March. And that was not even including other things that have been happening with Rich Students, with things that you're doing.
College and all some of the community life stuff.
The life of our church is groups is active right now, which is awesome to see.
Things are happening.
Yeah. Yes. And so we're excited for April too, because we've got, of course,
there's something big happening.
Pretty big Sunday coming up.
Palm Sunday.
That's the one.
Yeah. I do want to talk, maybe in the last drop, we can talk about something new we're going to be doing in and around the Easter season. Exciting. So I'll let you know about that.
Yeah.
So there you go. That was a long intro, but a good one.
Look
at us.
Look, starting out with some things we're grateful for, starting out with some things to be excited about.
Doing some gratitudes.
Look at that, man.
That's how
Josh would love
things.
it.
I know. It's just naturally flowing out of you now, Adam. Who are you?
I don't know. What's happening. I just bought a new Bible.
Oh,
yeah, really excited about
That's cool.
Anyways, I don't know, when you get like a new Bible, it's just, I don't know, it's like exciting. This new thing, and you're just opening. It's a thick study Bible.
Big old boy.
It's got all kinds of like just cool. What'd you say?
A big old boy.
Big old boy. Yeah. It's like gray leather too.
I love
super
that.
nice.
Yeah.
It's cool. There's something fun about getting a new Bible.
It's like I don't know.
It's like a little.
Like, I'm going to start from the beginning again. He created all of it.
I wonder what's going to happen in the new book.
I wonder what he does on day 7. Anyways, all right, let's move on to good news. We got a lot in store, and we'll tell you about it as we go along. It's going to be a surprise episode.
Hey, it's a surprise for me.
It sure is.
I've got no clue.
You came in, sat down, you're like, what are we doing?
I said, did you send an email?
No.
Yeah, it's my fault. I didn't give you guys a heads up, but I pretty much prepped all of it. You guys you're just here for the ride.
Well, that's usually how it goes.
It's pretty much.
It's like we're taking a road trip to Florida, to Tallahassee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
you're
like, I'll drive.
I got the music.
I'll drive.
Yeah.
And then, like we get in the car and like, Brady and I maybe bring a couple extra snacks.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
but what you guys don't know is I'm stopping at Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, I want to go to a Buc-ee's.
Dude, Buc-ee's.
Have
you ever been?
No.
I haven't either.
Maybe we get a staff retreat at one.
Yeah. Let's do it.
I'm trying to figure out where the closest one is. I mean, you have to go south.
But they're starting to migrate.
Yeah, I hope so, man.
They're starting to come north.
Infiltrate.
Yeah, infiltrate.
It is.
I don't know if we have enough flat land for a Buc-ee's.
Oh.
It's like a mini Walmart.
Yeah. That's what I've heard.
It's big.
And there's like 100 pumps.
What?
Yeah.
They sell their own jerky.
The food that they sell at Buc-ee's,
Like real.
Oh, but they got barbecue.
Yeah,
they've got sweets. They've got
a wall of jerky.
Let's
do it.
The Buc-ee's nuts things.
Yes.
Is that what they're?
Yeah.
The Buc-ee's
Kim knows I like
Yes.
those. They're like these little like caramel like popcorn puffs
Yes.
or something. Matt's having
Matt is salivating over there. He just moved back from Texas. He's struggling.
So yeah, we love. Well, anyways, why are we talking about Buc-ee's? Let's move on to good news.
I said this is like a road trip to Tallahassee.
And I said, we're going to Buc-ee's.
Oh, golly.
All
Listen
right.
to Glass Half Full. It's like a road trip to Tallahassee.
With the stop at Buc-ee's. Oh, man. All right, time for good news. I'll go ahead and start us this time.
Sounds great.
A 4-year-old Wisconsin boy called 911 to report mom was being bad.
Uh-oh.
The Village of Mount Pleasant Police Department said that 2 officers responded to a home where a little boy called 911 saying his mom was being bad and needed to go to jail.
Oh,
Gosh.
The 4-year-old informed the responding officers that his mom... Time to play.
Oh, no.
What did his mom do?
Okay.
Arch?
I think his mom made him turn off Bluey. I think his mom said no more Bluey.
That's a good guess.
We gotta like read or play with blocks or dirt or something.
Good guess.
Or like send him to his room or like clean your room. You know,
Yeah,
like one
yeah.
of those.
Is that your guess?
Yeah.
Cleaning room?
Yeah.
No, she ate his ice cream.
Oh, no.
And she needed to go to jail for it.
That's
The young boy eventually changed his mind about his mother's punishment, saying he just wanted some ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
And the officers returned to the home the following day to surprise him with a trip to Buc-ee's.
no.
To surprise
I
him.
was like in Wisconsin.
There's a Buc-ee's in Wisconsin?
They sell lots of cheese. They have a cheese wall there instead of a jerky wall.
Yeah.
No, they surprised him with some ice cream after he decided he didn't want mom in trouble anymore. So there you go.
Chill.
That is
Crisis
so
averted.
funny.
Mom is not in jail.
That's good. I'm glad that she didn't deserve it.
Good news.
Yeah.
And you know what? I would have eaten my kids' ice cream too.
Oh, yeah.
Let's be honest.
I did that the other day. I ate some of my kids something because
Oh, yeah.
I do that all the time, especially because they don't eat their dinner. You don't get dessert.
Yeah.
Right.
We don't play
Parent
those
tax,
games.
you get
for
to
sure.
take stuff.
Absolutely. Kinsley she's gotten to the point where sometimes I'll be like, hey, do you want something delicious? And she's like, yes, but no daddy tax. Like she gets
Yeah,
ahead
she
of
knows.
it.
Daddy tax
She
is
gets
great.
so ahead of it. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Who's next?
Bran?
I want to go last
Okay, you go
because
last.
I have something that I wanted to update.
All right, cool. That's exciting. Judge rules against cacti smuggling ring, orders them to pay for desert restoration under moral damages.
Moral damages.
I know. I can't wait to
How are
find
you
out.
smuggling a cacti without just
Poking yourself.
hurting yourself bad?
In Italy. This is in Italy.
Italy? Where do you get cacti in Italy?
Well, you'll see. A judge has applied a novel legal concept in sentencing 2 convicted plant smugglers, which is like, just smuggle like diamonds or something way
Yeah,
cooler
like what?
than that, or like art.
I like
Making
plants.
weird
Yeah.
choices.
Anyways, payment for the damage done to an irreplaceable ecosystem. Following a trial in the Italian city of Ancona, Andrea Pombieri,
Andrea Bocelli.
Andrea Pombietti and Mattia Crescentini.
Wow. Well done, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Were found guilty of trafficking and endangered species. In this case, 2 rare cactus genera.
Remember earlier before we recorded where I said I kind of pre-read and take some things out and you're like, nah, I like to read it all.
Yeah.
You regretting that now?
No, it's way more fun.
Got
There's half of the words in this paragraph alone I can't read. Irios Ike and Copia Papopoa.
Guarantee there aren't that many P's in that word.
Endemic to the Atacama Desert in Chile, these highly sought after species survive in the driest climate on Earth, and the 2 men were found to be in possession of hundreds and for participating in a criminal enterprise that involved Greek and South American entities. Being that Italy is a member of the Convention on International Trade of Endangered Species, aka CITES.
Thank you.
The Ancona court found the 2 men guilty, but in response to the case put forward by the public
ignoring us.
prosecutor, sentenced them to pay moral damages to an NGO called the Association for Biodiversity and Conservation, or ABC, whose resident cacti expert worked alongside authorities to identify the species in Pombetti and Crescentini's possession.
He's regretting.
All were native to the desert. The damages were around. Let's play. Guess how much the damages were.
The damages. Oh.
I'm going to say $2.1 million.
Oh,
Okay.
my, that's high. I don't think it's that high.
It's not. Spoiler alert.
I'm going to say like $30,000.
Sorry.
$21,500.
Moral
Hey,
damages.
$2,100. I was right.
$2.1 million of cacti damages.
Sorry, there were a lot of big words.
It was paid to the legal costs of that conservation company and to further their work in the very desert the criminals were exploiting. It'll fund cacti research, et cetera, et cetera. This was the first case in the world to order traffickers to pay for conservation in the ecosystems they exploit, and that's why it's good news. So all you plant smugglers out there, get ready.
Stop it.
Your crimes are much worse than eating your 4-year-old's ice cream, and you're
right.
going to have to not only return the cacti you steal or other Venus flytraps and such hitherto things,
Flora.
you're going to have to pay for the
It's happening.
preservation and conservation of ecosystems in America.
He just shut his laptop.
Case closed.
You regret that so much.
Why? I'm having a great time. You're both
I
laughing.
feel like halfway through, he's reading. He's going, I don't know what the good news will be, so I'm going to hope
good.
that
He's
I keep
forming.
reading.
Oh, no, I knew.
Yeah.
Moral
man.
damages.
That's right.
ABC, CITES,
It's just
ITALY, Pumping in Eddie, Cincinnati.
Bubba Benetti. What is that?
I don't know. That's where they were at in Italy,
was
I
the
think.
desert.
Yeah, exactly. It was.
Oh, my goodness.
I
Okay.
picture guys with like cactuses.
Going through security at an airport.
It's fashion. It's fashion.
They do a pat down.
Got it like
Ow.
in their pants, like they're like.
Are you okay, sir? I'm fine. Why are you crying? It's just emotional.
I haven't been on a plane ever in my life. It's so beautiful.
I love Italy. All right, Brandy, what do you got?
Oh my. Okay. Mine's not nearly as entertaining as that. There's no well, there
I
is
mean, to be
damages.
fair, arches should not have been entertaining. but you brought the entertainment,
I
my
mean-
friend.
Way to save that compliment. That was not a compliment. Then you
Just
went,
as-
I should make this a compliment halfway through.
Just as rock paper scissors isn't entertaining.
Right.
Good news.
Exactly.
You just amped it up.
Thank
You made
you.
it what it was.
We
was
all
the
can
goal.
do it.
Yep.
All right, Brandy.
Well, mine is about breaking a record because we've done a number of those on here.
Yeah.
So we have an Idaho man who's breaking a basketball passing record
Oh.
and a wall.
What?
So he broke a record.
And he broke
and
the
a
wall.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought the wall
Yeah.
broke the record with him or something. I was like, oh, he teamed up with the wall.
Him in a wall.
The wall previously held the record. Yeah. No.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So the Idaho man broke a Guinness World Record and a sign at the organization's headquarters by completing 38 behind the back basketball passes in 30 seconds.
Oh, wow.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Did he have 38 like basketballs?
Or do you have to catch it?
I don't know.
You should have to catch it.
I think.
Oh,
you have
I
to
think.
catch
Oh,
it.
he had to do it off the wall, catch it
go.
off the wall, catch it off the wall, and then
I
he
think
broke the
so.
wall.
That
And
makes
and
sense.
the wall broke. Yes.
So
for
he was
sure.
at Guinness's.
Yes,
That's
in
cool.
London.
That's cool.
Which
Nice.
that's interesting. Don't they usually send
They
someone
they
to
usually
a
do,
place?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
So, well, he went there, and there's a quote.
Mm-hmm.
The guy's name is David Rush, and he said the only wall available to use was the one with the official Guinness World Records logo on it.
No way.
I mean, that's a great wall to do it on. I think
That's pretty
Well,
cool.
sure, but then at some point, I'm sure the Guinness people are like, "Stop it."
What are we doing?
But what is that wall made of? I mean,
Okay, so this is how it happened.
Okay,
He says
yeah.
first the star peels off. There's a star apparently in the
Okay.
letter. Then pieces of wooden logo start clattering to the floor. It sounded like a mini demolition zone.
I mean, good for him to stay focused during this very difficult obstacle he had to face.
And then he ends with a wonderful quote. The Guinness team was very supportive. To top it off, I've been dubbed LeBron James of record breaking. I thought, how ironic is that? LeBron broke the NBA's all-time scoring record, passing 50,000 points, and here I am breaking a basketball record of my own.
The comparison
I mean,
Yeah,
is
you're
so
LeBron
close.
James. Yeah, it's
Complete.
oh,
That's
Oh, it's-
hilarious.
they
He
probably
scores-
look alike too.
Yeah. He
Hey,
scores
you're the
50,000
LeBron James? Come on. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I just think it's funny that they picked that wall. There had to have been like a brick wall somewhere or something.
I mean,
like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
He probably is like inspecting all the walls.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he's
yeah.
like, no, it's got to be this one.
Gotta be
Well,
this
no,
way.
maybe he should have inspected all the
That's
walls.
right. That's
as
a
well.
good point.
Because they picked the wall for him, right? Is that what
I don't
I
know.
don't know. He said that the only one available was that one. But
Maybe
yeah,
maybe
like,
they have a wall-less building.
The only one available?
I don't know. Maybe they have like people and desks and windows and
Anywhere else? I mean, come on.
Is there not an exterior to the building?
Seriously, go outside.
outside. What are you doing?
Oh my goodness.
That's so funny.
That's such a weird situation.
I think right after this, we should go in the gym and try and break that record.
38
30
and 30
Yeah, let's just try.
seconds.
Let's see how many
Matt,
we can do.
Is there a wall?
Bring a camera, okay? Right after we record, we're going to go in
gonna
the
go break the
gym
record.
and we're going to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
And if we
should
break
put
it, we're sending it to Guinness.
All right, hey. So we'll do in the episode, okay?
Yeah.
So I'm going to snap my fingers and we're going to go to the gym. You ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Count it down. When I say go, you go. Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go. 30 seconds. That's 18. Time.
I got 30, but you think you got 31?
Is it 35 the record? 38. 38? Wow. Dang it!
Ready? Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go. Stop.
33.
33. That was good.
That was really good. Now I'm arm hurts so bad.
Are you ready?
Yep. 3, 2, 1, go.
She's only picked 11. How much time's left?
I feel so bad.
Oh man. Here we go. Oh hey, let's go back to the studio.
And we're back.
Look at that. Can you believe that Brandy broke the record?
It's
crazy.
gonna have to pay for some damages, but it was worth it.
Yes.
Yes.
Amazing. That guy,
Yes.
whatever's John Rush.
David.
Can I just
Yeah.
say this? I hope you break the record or we're going to look stupid right now.
Look, I'm banking on her.
Oh,
Brandy's
yeah.
a hooper.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man. Well, that was fun.
Yeah,
Yes.
but
Field
real
trip.
quick,
Yes.
Okay.
I have an update on your story about blue ice. Do you recall?
I
the
do recall
story
blue ice,
about
of
blue
course.
ice
Yeah, falling from the
from
plane,
the plane.
Yes.
into a roof, into
So,
a house.
Yeah,
poop.
Yes.
it was from an airplane. Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yes.
Ice chunk that crashed through Florida roof was not from plane. Dun dun dun.
This is the same story?
I'm gonna
Or-
say it is.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'm going to say it is. Why not?
Okay.
So the FAA said that the mysterious ice chunk that crashed through the roof of a Florida home in February did not come from an airplane.
From space.
They don't know. It's still mysterious. But they said the size of the chunk. Did you say the size of the chunk? Was it 6 foot by 3 foot?
No.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, I don't know. I don't remember.
That's
Okay.
bigger
I don't
than
remember.
any of us.
It is bigger than any of us.
That's a big,
That's one big chunk.
that's a big piece of blue ice.
All I'm saying is,
Yeah.
No.
what kind of...
Nope.
It says that the FAA contacted the airlines
That's all I'm saying.
Sure.
Okay.
I didn't say anything.
No, you didn't say it. You said it without saying it.
I didn't
That's
say
fine.
it.
So, it said
So
that
it's not from a plane though.
No, they said that the airlines whose aircraft were operating in that area when the incident occurred, it didn't come from them. Inspections
Because they didn't
of
have a
those
giant on board? Sorry. Inspections?
inspections of those aircraft did not find evidence of any leaks that could have caused ice to form on the outside of the aircraft. So,
What in the world was it
says
then?
the origins remain a mystery.
Space. Has to be space.
Have you seen Thor, the movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know where he shoots from Asgard to
Yes.
Earth?
Yes.
Maybe that's what
Oh,
happened.
it could have been
Oh.
Thor. He's
Yeah.
about 6 foot by 3 foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were like, man,
And then he was gone, so it had to be ice.
mysterious. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Dude, Thor's here. That's cool.
That's cool.
Do you think you could pick up Thor's hammer? You got to be worthy or whatever. Do you think
Yeah,
you're
no,
worthy?
I don't think
You
I
don't think
could.
so?
Mm-mm.
What about you, Brandy?
Oh, no. I can do the basketball thing, but I can't do the hammer thing.
I love that scene in the Avengers movie where they're like,
Trying to pick it
this is
up.
a, this
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hawkeye's like, this is a parlor trick,
Oh,
whatever.
yes.
And then, but then there's the moment with Captain America, and it's like,
Yeah.
I think he realized that he could lift it, but didn't want to like.
It's a
Yeah.
great
clown
foreshadowing.
of
It
what
is.
happens.
Yes.
Oh, it's so good. And
I will say though,
That arrow
great
bomb.
acting by Chris Hemsworth though in that scene because he's laughing, and you see the hammer just shake just a tiny bit,
Yes.
and his face was just so priceless.
it's like his soul was sucked out of
yes,
his body.
he was like, "Oh no!"
Yes.
and then he couldn't do it. And he's like, "Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
told you."
I love too. Iron Man is like all his blasters on it. Like he's like trying
Yeah.
to jet propulsion away.
Good
So
good
good.
stuff. All right, there you
Thank
go.
you, Brandy. That was awesome.
welcome.
That was
Yeah.
a fun, good news segment.
It was.
Yeah, lot of stuff.
Stuff happening.
Don't steal your kids' ice cream
Or cacti.
in Italy.
And don't break the Guinness Book of World Records walls, people.
Yeah, unless you're Brandy Gibson.
That's right.
Who did it, we think.
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
I'm confident.
All right, there you go. That was good news. It's time to move to a new segment that we
Ooh.
introduced last
Yeah.
episode.
Ah,
I found I was gifted a book,
yes.
and the title of the book, well,
Yes.
I'm titling it this. It's called "Does It Toot?"
I knew it was coming. Did you make this or did you find it? You made it? I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed.
Let me tell you this: at 30 minutes before we recorded,
Yeah.
I found the music bed.
Yeah.
I found the. What's
Toot
funny is
noise?
it's someone who's blowing their nose. That's not even a toot
Oh,
noise.
really?
I'm kind of glad, sort of. I don't need to know what went into producing that. So
Have you guys ever seen the videos of like sound engineers from movies and
Yes.
stuff? How it's like never the actual sound
that
of
would
stuff.
be the coolest job.
It is. It blows my mind.
It's
So it
timing,
makes sense
though.
that they
There's
would
a-
use a sneeze for a
Yeah.
for a toot,
Sure, sure.
and not a real toot.
I'm just glad.
I love how you're you catching
It's good.
yourself.
I'm
Good job.
tying it.
No,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
good.
Tying it back. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Chapter 2
Okay.
of this book.
Yes.
Does it toot? The animal that we'll be talking about today
Yep.
is the goat. Now, my question to you two is: Does it toot?
Do we want to discuss or are we answering separately?
What do you think, Adam?
I don't really care. I think you can
That
do
feels
whatever you
good.
want.
So,
Feels good.
So they chew their cud,
Yeah, yeah,
which
yeah.
means that they like regurgitate. So it definitely comes that way.
They definitely fart.
Yeah, I think so.
Got to.
Yeah.
Like I don't think
they
goats
eat
toot
some
though. I
leafy
think they
greens.
fart.
Yeah.
That's why I was intentional with my word choice.
No, it's just good.
believe you.
Yeah.
All right.
We saw some goats this past weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
None of them tooted around us.
That's good, probably.
I think.
Probably good. I would
We used
say.
to raise goats, so I should have insider info for you.
You never saw a goat
man.
toot?
Well, I'm pretty sure I probably did.
Yeah. You just blacked it out in your memory.
Right.
I think
I'm
they
so
toot.
scarred.
All right. The answer is yes.
Yeah.
Yes. They toot.
Indeed.
We knew what's up.
Boom.
Goats belong
we're the
to the
goats.
family Bovidae,
Yeah, I knew that.
which includes cows, meaning they have 4 stomachs packed full of methane producing bacteria.
They got 4 tooting stomachs?
They do, which help
Goats?
them. Yeah.
Or cows?
Cows have 4.
Goats also have
Goats belong to the family of
Bovi.
bovide, which includes cows, meaning they have 4 stomachs.
Wow.
Packed full of
crazy.
methane-producing bacteria, which help them digest plant material and so give off a lot of gas in the process. Although this process produces far more burps than toots, goats do.
You called
toot.
that.
Oh, yeah.
And this combination makes them particularly gassy animals. Fun fact, in 2015,
Did they break a world record at the headquarters by this kid
Breaking
thinking of the
balls.
office?
no, actually, this should be a world record, I think.
Yeah.
A plane full of over 2,000 goats
Are you
on its
serious?
way to Kuala Lumpur was forced to land unexpectedly after the fire alarm was set off by the copious amount of gas produced by the goats on board. That's
What?
gotta be a world record.
They toot.
They toot.
They be tooting.
Domestic goats and their toots have lived alongside humans for over 10,000 years thanks to the goats'
And their
hardy
toots.
nature and milk production. One of the oldest surviving secular songs in the English language, Sumer is ekupen in,
That
which
ain't
is-
English, brother.
which
Hate
is
to tell you
about-
to break it to you. That ain't English.
which is about the sights and sounds of summer, includes the line Bulak stertip buke ertip, which is thought to mean
I took English every year in school growing up. Didn't hear one of those words.
Not
No.
a one.
And what's funny is one of the letters it's like they combined a lowercase p and a lowercase b.
So it's one of the old English joints.
See that? Like I don't know what that means.
So it's probably a couple iterations of English back.
Okay.
Yeah, probably.
That'd be my
Anyways,
guess.
what I just said means bullock leaps, billy goat toots.
Oh.
So it isn't just goats that are culturally important, but their toots are too. And there you
They
go.
were singing songs about goats tooting,
Yeah.
They were.
and we think our music has like disintegrated.
That's
You
right.
know, has become just.
Just awful. Yeah.
Yeah. But boy, I think we learned a lot today.
I think we learned that people have had the same sense of humor for many years. Because whenever they were speaking that kind of English, they thought farts were funny too.
They were like, this will spice up this song.
Yeah. Also, you know what they should have done?
What?
They should have had a tube that sucked up all the
Yeah.
all the gas, and put it into the gas tank, and they could have just flown forever.
Faster,
They could have
probably.
flown faster and forever.
Yeah, convert that methane. What's happening?
Come on.
Don't sing about it.
And there you go. That was another segment of Does It Toot. You're welcome.
It does.
All right. Our next segment of today's show that you guys you're just all along for the ride. Here we are at Bucky's.
See? It's a trip to Tallahassee.
Yeah, we're all
I was gifted another book at some point in my past. I
People
don't
really
remember
think
when.
you need to read.
I know,
Yeah.
wow.
They're,
And I
they're
don't
sending
usually
subliminal
do.
messages. Hey, you read. You're a reader.
I've been reading more the past 2 years
Yes.
than my whole life.
Yeah.
I think it's because my wife Nikki, she started reading a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, all right,
Were you feeling bad like playing PlayStation while she's reading? And you're like,
I still do that.
well, yeah,
I don't feel bad actually
Oh,
because
that's
she's
good.
like, yeah, you can. I'll read.
cool. And she's chilling.
We're in a good place right now.
I love it. I love it. Y'all have been that way for a while. I feel
Yeah,
like.
we're in a good season. I think once your kids get to an age where they're kind of like they can
Self-sufficient.
handle
Yeah.
themselves
Yeah.
in certain situations, it just takes a lot of stress off your
It
life.
really, yeah.
You can gain a little more of like you time
Right.
and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
Like, a little easier connection.
We're getting closer to trusting Abby with the boys at home,
Yeah.
and us going on like a dinner date.
Yeah.
so we're getting
Sure.
close to that stage. That's
exciting.
going to be great.
That will be.
Anyways, this book that I got is called If, and it's very simple. They just say, it's like these questions, like if you
Yeah.
whatever. And so I thought we would do this
If you're
and
flying
just
a plane with 2,000 goats.
yeah.
You make it leak. Blue ice.
That's how
That's
That's
a
it.
6
That's where
foot
it
by
came
3 foot.
from.
It was actual goat,
it was a goat
and it disintegrated.
on impact.
So we're just going to throw some of these if questions
Okay.
out and discuss them, and just allow you, listener and watcher, to get to know us a
Yeah.
little bit more.
Yeah.
So there we go. Okay, here we go. First one. If you were to be granted one wish, what would it be?
And nothing like world peace or something. Like nothing like that.
Yeah, I think this is a chance
We
for
would-
us to be, we can think a little selfishly.
Yeah, like obvious. Like,
Obviously, we would all do that.
Yeah.
That's a given.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff. That was good. That was good.
Yeah,
It was even better because it wasn't acting. Got right.
Classic capybara behavior by you.
That's what we do.
Yeah. So if you were granted one wish, what would it be? I know mine.
Okay, go ahead.
That I could just eat,
That's a
and
good
have
idea.
a 6-pack abs.
No physical consequences from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that'd be great
I think
because I
it's a
love
great
eating
idea.
food.
Yeah.
And I just feel so guilty. Like we went to IHOP the other day and I had a Colorado omelet.
Oh.
And it was so good. And afterwards I'm like, you idiot. You told yourself not to eat a bunch today.
And now
And
I
yet
ate it.
here you
I'm
are.
feeling good, and
You're bloated and miserable.
Yeah, upset. Yeah.
Anyways, that would be mine, I think.
All food has equal and optimal nutritional value.
Yeah. But also you just have a 6-pack abs.
Yeah, you're just in
and you don't
perfect
have to
shape.
work out.
That
So I
sounds
guess
good.
that's 2 wishes.
That counts.
little
Same
bit.
thing. Whatever. We'll give it to you.
Arch?
You earned it. My wish would be that I could, just me personally, so not for everyone.
Yes.
This is what I'm wishing. That I could have an extra 2 hours a day.
Interesting.
That's all I want.
Okay.
I just want an extra 2 hours a day where I could stop time
And like you do,
and
what
I
you
do
wanna
whatever I want to do.
Yeah.
Like
Now
I could-
stopping time.
Yeah, but like this is what I'm saying is we're not going to have those laws and like the problems with click and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
You know,
The movie Click.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
We're not entering that territory. This is free from those downsides.
Gotcha,
This
gotcha.
is just
You get 2 hours to yourself.
I get 2 hours. It's not just to myself. It's like I would use 1 hour to work out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I would use probably 1 hour to like get some more things done.
Gotcha.
Like do something like just to
Yeah.
be more productive.
Yeah.
That would be my, that
like
way
that.
I could sleep a little better. That way I wouldn't have to stress about those kind of things.
Yeah.
I just need 2 more hours a day.
That's good.
26/7.
I think you'll get those 2 hours and you're like, I need 2 more hours a day.
Yeah. You develop.
I know.
Yeah.
Probably.
But yeah, because that's just how life goes, man.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
like you fill these.
But there's no
24
one
hours.
else needs me during that time. So it's just me time.
That's the
Yeah.
big thing, I
No
think.
Treat
interruption.
yourself.
Yeah.
Treat yourself.
I think when you get bombarded by all kinds of different just outside entities
Yeah.
needing your attention,
Yeah.
then you're just impossible for you to do
Yeah.
what you need to do.
It's hard. And I'm terrible at waking up in the morning. So like I'm not like
Yeah.
I used to wake up at like 6 and go work out and stuff like that, but like that's not
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
It's
really
hard
hard,
to do.
especially with kids and
Yeah.
you can't sleep good, all that stuff. So that's my 2 more hours a day.
What's
I like
yours,
it.
Brandy?
I think mine would be that I have like an unlimited travel budget. Like
Oh,
I really
that's
like
really good. That's
a good one,
traveling
too.
and seeing all the different things that God created.
I'm jealous of your wish.
Me too. I
You
just
can travel in your 2 hours.
You
You could probably, You
I
could
can
probably
start.
get to
I
like
can
Florida.
start a side hustle, drop shipping on Amazon, and make enough money.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay.
way better.
Next one. If you could, let's see. If you could, no. I didn't pre-read these. Oh, hey, if you could physically transport yourself to any place in the world at this moment, right now,
Yeah.
where would you go?
Go ahead.
I would go right now with no consequences. Can we throw that in there?
Yeah.
Augusta.
Mm.
I would want to play a round of golf at Augusta, which you're not really allowed to do unless
Right.
you're a member. It's very strict.
Yeah.
But I want to transport myself to the first tee with my clubs, if that's okay.
Yes.
Can they transport with me?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And I want to play a round of golf at Augusta National. That would be amazing.
That's pretty.
I would shoot 120 easy,
sure.
but
That's nice.
That doesn't matter.
it'd be fun.
Yeah.
What about you, Brandy? Let's go Brandy now.
Cool.
I think I would go back to Italy because it was incredible.
I thought you were going to say
And-
because you could steal cacti
Because I want some cacti.
because it was an amazing trip.
Yeah.
And you loved it.
That's good.
Good.
Yeah. Food's good there. So.
Just the arms of my loved ones.
The phrasing of that was brilliant.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
The arms of my loved ones. All of them at the same time, or
Group up.
it's just
Everybody bring it.
That's a lot.
it turns into like a
I don't
scary
have that many
movie.
loved ones. Let's be
okay.
honest.
At least 3.
Yeah. No, for real though. Which feels funny to say. I'm for real though.
That wasn't for real. No, this is for real.
That's the joke.
Yeah.
My immediate thought was beach in Fiji.
Oh, yeah.
That
Yeah.
was my immediate. Like one of those
One of those, yes, huts on the water.
huts where it's out on the water. That. but bring my loved one, just
Yeah.
the one.
Yeah, if
The
he can
kids
bring
stay
golf
here.
clubs,
Yeah,
you
I
can bring someone you
Delaney.
love.
Yeah.
If you are in the arms of your loved one, then you both can transport.
That's
It's
what he
like
meant.
Nightcrawler
Yes.
from X-Men.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
There you go. If you could eliminate any type of insect permanently from the earth,
Spiders.
what would you get rid of? Spiders?
Next.
I think mosquitoes.
Oh, those suck too.
Yeah.
That's spiders.
Spiders, yeah.
Yeah.
Both of those are really good. I would probably say like wasps.
Yeah. I don't like wasps either.
Yeah.
Bees are good. Wasps are bad.
wasps.
That's right.
They mess with you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that was
was a good one.
Good
Yeah.
job, everyone.
Thank you.
Let's see.
Uh-oh.
I'm ready.
You first, Brandy.
Okay.
I don't think we should do this one.
All right, then don't do it.
If you could alter one physical characteristic of your cast member here or co-host, what
you
would you
guys.
change? Yeah, we're not going to do that.
I'd make you both shorter.
You would cut our legs down.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm gonna plead the fifth.
I'm going to
I don't feel good.
shorter.
You know what? I would give you that 6-pack you want, Adam.
Oh, look at you.
Get rid of my gut.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I'd give you some lipo. I'd get rid of that. Yeah, I'd give you your 6-pack.
Oh man,
That's nice.
I'm not.
Brandy, I'd
answering
make you
this
taller
question.
then.
Thank you.
You're
I just
welcome.
want to be way taller than both of you. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
Yeah, well, if you're 6'6", you're probably getting recruited.
Yeah.
You're probably leaving us. So
Yeah.
never mind.
Yeah, I
Making
know.
you shorter.
There it
Sorry.
is.
All right, let's just do a couple more.
That was fun.
Let's see if you could. Nope. If you could. No, some of these are like similar, which
yeah.
you think you would spread out.
Go to a different chapter.
Yeah.
Okay, if you could be the current world champion in any one sport, which sport would it be? If you could be the current world champion, you're the top of the top.
Oh,
You're the best of the best in this sport. I'll go.
yeah.
I'm going to say golf
Yeah,
because if you're doing okay financially as well.
For sure.
Like you're supporting your family well. If you're playing that good and you're the world
You're real
champion,
good.
you're doing
You're doing
pretty
just
good.
fine.
Yeah, that would be mine.
Brand, do you have a thought
I
already?
think the thing that popped in my head was basketball at first, but I don't think that's what I would want. I think I would want like cross country because I
Yeah.
think that means that like I'm in shape.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
can run for a bit.
Yep. My thought was track.
Yeah.
And 400 meter dash.
Oh, yeah, that means you're fast.
that was my favorite event, and it would mean I'm one of the fastest people on earth.
I like that.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah, and because that's what I always wanted to be.
Yep.
So
All right, last one. If an actor were to play you in a film, who would you cast in the role? Brandy, who would you cast in a role playing you?
Jennifer Garner.
oh,
I love her.
that's so
My
great.
goodness.
That's perfect.
That is very good.
That's perfect.
She's lovely.
Yeah, and the West Virginia connection, all of it.
All of it.
That's
She's
good.
just great.
That's
Andrew
good.
Archer.
I have no idea.
Jack Black.
Zach Galifianakis. Yes. Who else? Chris Farley. Come on. Brendan Fraser in The Whale. Come on. What else? Come on, keep it coming.
what.
Yeah.
I could see
Jack
Brendan
Black is a
Fraser.
funny guy.
really is.
I'll take that. Never mind. I don't know, dude. Oh no, Stephen Amell.
Oh, the
He
Arrow.
was
Yeah,
Arrow.
the Arrow actor.
Arrow. When I shave
He's
my
a cool
head,
guy.
he and
Yeah,
I
cool.
like. I mean, we
Yeah.
don't look alike. He's
Yeah.
much more handsome than I, but like enough.
Passable.
Well, but that's what you want. You want the person
Yeah, who's like me,
playing
but,
you.
me,
to-
but more handsome.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
That's why I'm going with Chris Hemsworth.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. Why not?
Shoot for the stars, my friend.
Land among the moon, or the other way around. Sorry.
There it was. Shoot for the moon.
That's
Land
why
among the
you've
stars.
done that.
All right,
You flipped the
you know,
phrase.
I'm dumb.
You so didn't want to say that.
No, that was great.
It was like you came to that conclusion in your life. You're like, I'm dumb. Oh, there you go. Hopefully you got to learn a little bit more about us today
Oh,
as we answered the question, what if?
what if?
All right, let's move on.
That was
so
funny.
it is March, which means, we're in the midst of March Madness.
It's madness.
Unfortunately,
Ugh.
if you're listening to this right now, then we're recording this a day after our women's team
Lost.
weren't able to win against North Carolina. We were close there. We tied it up, and then they went on a run, and then there's some no calls there. I'll be honest.
That one girl on our team's good.
Who?
The one girl on their team.
Yeah.
30-some or whatever.
Yep,
She's a pretty good basketball player.
But we're in the midst of March Madness, and we thought we would have our own March Madness bracket, and we thought we'd have some fun with the theme.
Crazy.
Drums.
Yeah.
Oh, I really like this.
You gotta love a good drum line, you know?
Do.
I love the drums.
So we're gonna do a 16-team tournament of annoying habits.
I can't wait.
Mixing up idioms.
I will give you the matchups.
That's a good one.
That's what I did.
I enjoyed that one, though.
We'll discuss majority rules, and we'll go on to the next round, and we'll find out who the most annoying habit is.
I like it.
I love it.
They're people now.
And which
apparently.
one of us has it?
Oh, I have probably a good chunk of these. All right, let's get started with matchup number 1. They're not really ranked, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
I just kind of threw them
Random.
in. The first one, loud chewing, going up against the overuse of speakerphone in public. Loud chewing.
100,000% loud chewing. There is no contest in my
Adam.
realm of thought.
Do I want to make it dramatic?
Do what's true to your heart.
I think loud chewing. There's just something about it that really is hard to handle.
I can't.
Loud chewing's not good.
No.
I did the speakerphone thing in public the other day at a store, and I realized I was doing it.
Oh.
And I was like, I shouldn't be doing this. That being said, I don't get terribly bothered by it.
I don't either.
I
I'm
like to eavesdrop.
Wow, you are just very.
I just like to hear what they got going on. You know? That's
I can't.
That's much
I can't
worse.
handle
Thought I would do it
Loud
just really.
really any mouth sound.
Yeah, you don't like the mouth sounds.
I don't.
Not a fan.
Nope.
All right, so I think we agree. Loud chewing is moving on
Yeah.
to the next round.
Got it.
Congratulations to them.
Elite 8.
Next matchup: people who one up every story.
Well,
People, they win. People who one up every story, or replying the letter K to texts.
oh,
I'll say this.
this is a good matchup.
That is.
I have been guilty of the replying K.
I mean, I've done that, but it's usually if I'm like passive aggressively answering. Something.
Yeah, I receive a lot of Ks from you.
No, you don't. Only when they're needed.
I
Does that
do
say more
know-
about you or her? That's the question.
I do know someone who likes to one up
I do too.
other people's stories, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But I don't know if they're doing it on purpose or they're just not realizing. I think some people don't think they're
Yeah.
Just a little self-absorbed.
Yeah. And they just don't realize that.
All right, so you gave yours first. That's last round.
Yeah,
so we'll have Arch
you
go.
first.
Which one do you think?
I'm gonna go with a K.
Yeah.
Just because, when you're speaking, sometimes you speak before you think.
Yeah. Mhm.
When you're typing, it's more intentional.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's like when you type a K and hit send, that was intentional, and it's not that hard to type. Even just OK is different, or
Yeah, yeah.
OKY.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
so I think the K is my vote.
See, I have a different mentality on that.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm doing it because I'm currently in the middle of something else or really
Yeah.
busy. I'm just trying to respond because I feel like a response is better than no response. I think no response is way worse in
So
my
you
opinion.
can't just type 2 letters.
No.
Takes twice the time. I
K
guess.
send.
You
K
sent me
send.
OK.
I know. I've started to do okay more,
yeah.
but I know I've been guilty of K.
Got it.
So therefore, I can't make it an annoying
I mean, I've
habit.
been
So,
guilty of it too.
but I,
All right.
when I hear
One-uppers.
someone actively one up another person's story,
Yeah.
that really bothers me because it just looks like this is them.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
their time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Dude,
I'm going to
you know
say
what
that.
bothers me even more.
That was good. Good job.
All right. So I'm going to go with people who one up every
Okay.
story. So it's up to you. You're the
All right.
tiebreaker, Brandy.
So with the one-upping, I have caught myself responding, not one-upping, but responding like, I know, which I feel like, and what I'm meaning is like, I agree.
Yeah.
I understand. I get you. We're on the
But
same
what it
page.
sounds like a lot of the times is like, I already know. Like, you don't tell me. So I'm guilty of that. But I think the K is really, you're doing something intentional.
That's how I feel too.
Yeah.
That's how I feel too.
All right. Majority
K's moving on.
rules. K is moving on to the next round.
The letter K. Is it Sesame Street?
Yes.
Next
This episode
up.
brought to you by.
Here we go. Next matchup. Slow walkers in crowds.
Oh,
Yeah. Or standing too close in line. You know, when you're in line and someone's
man.
like really right behind you.
Those are kind of in the same sphere.
I know.
you're up first.
Yeah.
this round.
What you got?
There is something that really bothers me about people who are just slowly walking in an environment where it's
Yes.
obvious
Yeah.
that you are clogging up a traffic situation.
Yeah.
And it's even worse when you can't get around them.
Yep.
And you want to do it as politely as possible, but sometimes, and it happens a lot in like theme parks
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
one of those kind of environments where people will just stop
Yeah.
in the
Yes.
middle of a
Walkway,
path where
a
people are walking,
designated
and
walkway.
Yeah.
that just I have to pray for a minute.
Yeah. Yeah. For real.
It just really bothers me.
For real.
Standing too close in line, I feel like I can move away from them.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go slow walkers. That's mine.
Cool.
Am I next?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I have to agree, and especially like airport, because in an airport you just have to assume people are trying to get to
places. Gotta
somewhere,
go.
and you cannot just stop in the middle of something or like meander.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Can't
or
meander in the maze of mediocrity.
Exactly. That was deep. Yep.
Sorry.
No.
I don't know why that annoyed me, but it did.
Okay.
Here's why. Because that was really well done, and you just said it out of nowhere.
No, I really liked it. It was really good.
Respect. I'm putting my fist out. I would like you
I
to,
see
I would
it.
like for
It's
you to
in
bump
my full
I just
approval.
I just want the podcast listener to know that I am offering a fist bump, and he's not receiving it.
Yeah.
Did I receive it?
After me
Begrudgingly.
making you feel bad.
Yeah. I didn't feel bad at all.
It was a physical letter K.
Yeah.
You just-
So it doesn't matter what your vote is, but I would like to know what your thought
I'm
is.
so sorry.
Would you agree, or would you? Or do you
which
feel?
bothers you more?
Yeah.
I have begun to sympathize with the slow walkers
Because
because I have little children.
sure.
Yeah.
And like my little kids still are really slow getting places.
Oh, yeah.
And
Can I just say though, watching Ollie just kind of walk around, he's just got a strut about him.
He does.
He's just,
Yeah.
and it's very carefree.
yeah.
And like you're across the lobby, and he's just like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I'll be there in a second.
Yeah.
Just give me a moment." And he's just like,
Yeah.
he just kind of has his strut. I just like
Vibing.
it. Yeah, he's got a vibe.
vibing. That being said, slow walkers are worse. Like
Especially
when you
if
got
they're
little
adults.
kids, it doesn't count. Yeah.
No, I don't
little,
think it counts.
Adult grown-ups and stuff, like go take a walk in the park, not in this walkway in the
Exactly.
airport or the grocery store.
Exactly.
Or
Yeah, if you
whatever.
have kids, that's an understandable
different
situation.
thing. Yeah.
All right, slow walkers moving to the next round. Here we go. Not picking up after your dog against leaving the shopping cart out in the parking lot.
You're up first.
Oh man. I am gonna say shopping cart because just I don't know, like it could cause some damage to some cars. It's just a real, and I understand sometimes you just need to leave immediately.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I appreciate you trying to
Stop.
understand
Well,
that.
like,
no,
and if
person.
you're like in a rush,
Don't
whatever
try and
that
steal,
is,
man. They're
park near the cart
craziness.
return or something. Like
No.
I
They're
don't.
pretty close by.
I mean, they're pretty
Yeah.
frequent.
There's no steel manning their argument.
No, I just,
All right.
that's awful.
So shopping cart out. That's
Yeah.
yours. Okay, Arch.
It's a terrible thing to leave your dog's filth.
Oh, yes,
Terrible thing.
really is.
It is much worse to not put your shopping cart away.
Yeah.
Like I think it's like morally inexcusable. Like honestly,
they need to pay moral.
they don't need
whatever.
to pay anything, but it's
No,
like
the moral cactus.
yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
that's what I'm
yes.
saying.
They need to pay for the conservation
of cart.
Of carts.
They should have to
parking
pay
lots.
extra money at the grocery store
Yes.
to pay for the people who have to go gather the carts.
Yeah, Right. yeah.
Because it is one of those things where it's like no one's watching. No one's gonna know.
Yeah.
So
No
it's
one's
not
gonna
like
know.
the
They're gonna
only
know.
the only motive is like I'm going to choose to be a good person and create order in society,
Right.
rather than be an agent of chaos and selfishly leave.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Look, if I'm sitting across from somebody who's a shopping cart leaver outer, I'm not going to talk to them like this. We're going to have an empathetic conversation. I'm going to reason with them. But
This
amongst
is a safe space. We're okay.
here in the inner sanctum of joy,
That's right.
we can talk,
We can
talk
say
for
what's
real.
real.
Callback.
That's
We can
right.
talk for real.
We can.
Don't leave your shopping cart. Don't put
Don't.
shopping carts
Just-
away.
Just put them away.
End of story. Sorry, your vote doesn't matter. But
No, it doesn't.
What you
But
got?
I agree. I'm not around the not picking up after your dog
Yeah.
as much as maybe others.
oh,
Yeah.
that's
So it
fair.
doesn't
So
affect
you don't
me as much.
experience- yeah.
But I do, I go shopping way more.
Yeah.
And you see the shopping carts out. The only benefit is when I arrive,
Yeah.
I can just grab the one that was left out.
Like
and
right next to your space.
So it's
Sure.
it's like a good deed, but also I got my cart.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. I think let's do better.
Do better.
Let's
Just
do better.
It's not. It takes you 7 seconds.
Yeah.
I know,
And
but I
you know
type
what's
K.
fun?
So
You know what else is fun too? You can get a little run and jump on the back and ride it.
I know, it's
like
sure.
you can have a good time with it.
Get
too.
some more steps in. Let's just.
Anyways,
next matchup: not using your turn signal or sending voice memos instead of texts. Hey, I'm on my way.
You're first, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
am first.
I
This
wanna-
is a funny one. What was the first one?
Not using the turn signal.
Yeah.
That is bad.
Yeah.
And it is often dangerous.
Sure is.
Especially and I've been guilty of, the interstate situation. If I'm changing
no
lanes, maybe
merge.
I forget.
Yeah.
But I tried to do it,
Yeah.
But
If there's no one else around on the
Yeah.
interstate, I
Yeah.
won't. Sometimes if I'm changing lanes
Sure.
or doing something like that.
Yeah.
But man, that one is like dangerous. And so it feels like there's more weight to that because you can cause an accident
Yeah.
or whatever.
Sure.
The other one, which remind me was
The voice memo.
voice memo. I don't really love voice memos.
I think it's. Go ahead. I have my turn.
I don't love
eventually.
voice memos. Like personally, just send me a text and just do talk to text.
Yeah.
Just
I
do
do
voice
that,
to
yeah.
text.
Tell Siri
I
to
think
send it. Yeah.
Yeah, but the problem with voice to text,
it's not always
always
good.
accurate.
It
Not
doesn't
always
accurate.
good.
Yeah, I barely use it because I find it really more difficult than typing. But like I don't want to listen to your message.
No.
I'm going to be honest. Like
Yeah.
I
you don't want to hear my voice.
well, that it's not your voice.
I just want you to know right
plural.
now.
Yeah. Oh no.
From
that
here
should have
forward.
Never said this. All right, voice memo. Adam, you're up. Or voice.
I may or may not in the near future.
Absolutely.
Guess what's going to happen?
In our
no
text thread, it's
response
just gonna
or
be
just K.
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 I'm going to send a voice memo of me
K.
saying
Yeah.
That's funny. That's a good joke. I don't personally love the voice. I wanted to have my time to be able to read your message. I got kids that are going to jump
Yeah.
on my lap and
Yeah.
like ruin like my experience of this conversation.
Oh yeah.
Gotcha. I just haven't experienced the voice memo thing.
Yeah.
Again, like I don't get a lot of people sending me
you
voice
voice memos.
memos.
Yeah.
So I don't think I can say it's annoying or not. You know what I mean?
think for this next month, that's all we should
Only
do to
voice-
each other.
voice memos?
and then
I'm
let's
in.
come back next
And then
month
we'll say, how annoying was it, guys?
You know what's
Give our
funny?
findings.
We had an app in like 10th grade where it was just voice memo texting.
Yeah.
And that was like all we used for months. And we thought it was the coolest thing
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
But I was, anyway, sorry.
I think I agree with you. Not using the turn signal is probably, there are more serious implications that could happen out of that.
Sure.
So
That's fair.
that would be mine.
So that's what you're going with.
So
Yeah.
1-to-1.
All right. I don't know. Almost annoys me more if you leave your turn signal on
Oh, that's funny.
than the other way around.
That just makes me laugh.
well, no, because that's a little crazy too. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's fine. It just is annoying. I think the voice memo thing is a more generational because I think I've seen a lot more young people doing that. Not to say we're not young. We're absolutely great. But
We're the youths of America.
You guys are young.
I think it's a weird
I'm not.
function that it has. I have almost sent voice memos, and that's terrifying. Just like, when
It is
did
scary.
record? Yeah.
It is scary.
The only time I think it's like if there's a reason for using that medium,
Yeah.
Maybe you're trying to sing me a song. Sing me a melody.
I will say this though. I told you this.
Yeah.
I have found that even if I do voice to text,
Yeah.
it's like I forget how to form sentences
100%.
when I do
Oh
it.
my word.
100%.
And I'm going, what is, like, I hit the cancel. I'm like, what are you doing?
Oh yeah.
Why can't you say something?
We don't speak how we write.
I know.
No.
And then it doesn't connect.
Right. And you
It's
have to
just-
really enunciate.
Right.
A lot of times it's like, what? I didn't
Yeah.
say that. Yeah.
It's like you just forget how to talk when
Yeah.
you do that. But okay, so what's your vote?
Yeah, I'm going to say voice memos are more annoying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
I'd say that's a little sneaky upset
I
there.
think it is. I
I wasn't
would
expecting
not have
that.
been mad at all if the turn signal won.
Yeah.
All right, a couple more matchups here in the first round. Leaving time on the microwave, which is funny. I've never thought about that. Or blasting music in public.
You're up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, leaving time on the microwave doesn't bother me. I just hit cancel and do it again. I don't know what happened to the person before me.
Raptured.
something
Absolutely rapture.
something happened, or the thing blew up inside the microwave. They quickly hit, and then they wiped it all down, and then they left the scene of the crime. There's a story there, and I don't want to know it. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Sure.
Blasting music in public, like, listen.
What are we talking public?
This isn't a world revolving around you, okay?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to really hear the music you're playing. Just keep it to yourself. If you want to ask me, hey, you want to hear this song? More than happy to hear
Sure.
it. But you just blasting it like it's
Yeah.
just your world and we're all living in it.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
What's
Be
coming
more
into your
respectful.
mind's eye as you think public, as you're envisioning this scenario?
Yeah.
That'll help
I
me.
think I've seen people like in Walmart
Oh.
like playing music.
In a
That's
store is
annoying.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you doing?
But even like
What about
just
beach?
See, that's what I thought of, is like beach or on a boat.
Park or
But see,
boat?
Right.
well, a boat, I feel like you're around people that you know.
Okay.
Well, but
If you're in a public beach,
yeah.
just turn it down. Like, why do you have to be so loud? Like, if
Yeah.
it's just for you,
Yeah.
I don't need to hear it.
And some of it could be explicit. Like that's the
Yeah.
stuff I
That's-
don't love. 'Cause
yes.
We've been on a beach where that happened, and I was
And
like,
usually
yeah,
it's
kids.
Little
those
kids
types
all
of
over
people
the
that
map.
like that music
yes.
loud.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I would agree.
You
I
know
would
what I
agree.
mean?
Yeah.
So that's mine. I think blasting music in public is pretty annoying.
I think it's
Yeah.
totally reasonable.
Brandy,
What was the other one?
leaving time on the microwave.
Yeah. Small tangent story. In sports, a lot of times you have concessions. You need parents to volunteer for that. So at ours, we have a microwave
Yeah.
because it's like, pretzels, popcorn. And one of the first times I served there, they had this like an hour on the microwave, and they would just kind of continue to run it. And I'm like, you have to keep track, number one, of what time you put it in.
Yeah.
That's
I'm like,
insanity.
It is insane. I was like, I can't handle this. I don't.
my
Wait, they keep it going,
just
and they
keep it
just
going.
open it and put something in,
Yeah.
and then just
stop it with opening the door, take it out, continue to run that cycle. It's a little bit nuts.
that's
know.
like a lazy way of doing stuff.
Well, I was like-
you would think I would have figured
doesn't
that
even
out.
make anything better.
It
in
doesn't,
my
because
opinion.
you really have to be paying attention.
Mental
to it.
energy of like, I put this in at 52:20 because this needed,
And
like,
it's that quick math of like, I got to get it out at
Yeah,
whatever.
then-
I would have not.
and then you're doing so you're treating a customer, and then all of a sudden the popcorn's burnt.
Yeah, microwave on fire situation. Yeah.
Burnt popcorn's the worst.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So yeah, that isn't a thing. I don't know. It's not really that annoying. I think loud music
Yeah.
because number one, I don't love all the kinds of music I hear, and
Yeah.
usually around here it's country, and I'm just not a
I'm
fan.
not a country
Same.
person
I
either.
am okay with like live music with country is a little different, but
yeah,
like
yeah.
just not wherever you are around me.
Yeah,
So
I'm with you. I'm with you.
I think that's it.
Well, what do you think?
Got my
Yeah.
truck and my dog.
That's about it, yeah.
In the meadow,
Good job,
looking
Arch.
at the stars. Trying to think of something that rhymes with meadow.
I'm a fun little fellow.
There we go.
I mean, loud music is going on, but
Yeah,
would you agree?
Personally, I like it's hard, man. There's something deep in me that is saying,
Yeah.
just hit the cancel button again.
Yeah.
Like it's
Oh,
so
it's one
like
extra.
just
yeah, I get that.
or like
Again, it's like the K. Just type OK.
Just hit the
Just
cancel
hit the cancel
button. Like, because now I have to hit the cancel button. And not that it's a big thing, but
it's a principle.
But it's like
It's the principle of the matter.
I use the microwave as a clock sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Don't know about you guys.
Yeah. So if it's got time on it, it's stuck. You're like, what time is it?
It's 5 seconds a clock.
I need to know the time right now.
It's 5 seconds o'clock. That's my favorite.
I don't want to look at my watch on my wrist.
Loud music's
That's too
worse.
much extra effort.
If I have to turn my eyes, divert them from the microwave to the oven, what might happen?
Oh, boy.
Loud music.
Okay, next one. Clicking pins repeatedly against taking forever to order food.
Brandy's first and clicking pens and food.
Right. Definitely clicking pens for me. Like, I don't love that someone gets up and like doesn't know what they want to order and is slowing down a process.
Yeah.
That doesn't thrill me.
Note to self.
But if you are near me and you're clicking a pen incessantly, I am gonna take your pen. I can't handle it.
I'm going to go ahead and say I'm sorry.
I am too. I apologize.
I guarantee you I
I've
do that.
not
I click
taken
pens all
I
the
haven't
time.
taken your pens, so at this point, but I might. Just
I'm
know that's why.
I'm an avid pen clicker. I just fidget. I've been
Yeah.
messing with my ring for the past 20
Well,
minutes.
I'm really
while
glad
doing
it
this
doesn't make
podcast.
noise because I would have taken it from you.
So you're saying clicking pin
is
Yeah.
worse.
Are you, since you
Slow
are the
ordering?
Here's
clicker of the pen?
Here's my dilemma.
Yes.
This is a problem.
Okay.
I'm a pen clicker.
Yes.
Delaney sometimes takes longer to order. She likes to peruse the menu a little
Yeah.
more than I do. And she's like, this or that, or this or that. And what are you getting? And I'm like, so it doesn't bug me when she does it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It bugs me when other people do it.
That was a good turn you made there.
That was a good adjustment.
I think I'm probably going to go pen clicking, even though I'm doing it. I'm a pen clicker
Well, but
because
you can control that.
when
Like,
I do it, I don't care.
Yeah.
When other people do it, I think it's annoying. It doesn't
Sure.
really bother me. Like, and Delaney's the example because I eat out with her more than anyone else.
Yeah.
She takes, like, it doesn't bother me. But that's because I'm just spending time with her. I
Yeah.
don't really care or whatever. Like,
Right.
So that doesn't bother me too bad.
Clicking pins does not bother me.
Yeah.
My dad, love him.
yeah.
He just,
Tony.
the way he orders in restaurants,
no.
I'm like, Dad, what are you doing?
Is it the whole process of how he does it?
Yeah, it's like, how do you cook your eggs?
Oh, wow.
Like, I want them burnt. And they're like, okay. And he goes, no, I'm serious. I want them burnt.
Yeah, I can see your
I'm
dad
like,
doing
all right, Dad, leave him alone.
That's
You
funny.
know?
Let him cook
But
some eggs for you, buddy.
he just asks like these questions. I'm like, just order the food.
Well,
It's
yeah.
not hard.
Yeah.
Can I get a BLT with no lettuce or bacon,
Bacon
or,
or
tomato,
tomato, please.
and hold the bread because it's
Yeah.
gluten free?
It's
It's
It's just
instruction.
him ordering scrambled
Yeah.
eggs is a thing.
too much of a process.
And then they bring it out because
Yeah.
they don't believe him
Yes.
that he wants it burnt because no human would.
want burnt
the
scrambled
weirdest.
eggs.
Anyways, I'll go with that. But it doesn't matter. Clicking pins moves on. Last
go.
match of the first round, and then we're going to need to book it through this.
We can do it.
People who hum or sing constantly or talking during movies. Is it I think you're first. Arch, right? Yeah.
That's so good. I can tend to do both of these.
I'm sorry. You do?
I can tend to.
We have a problem.
I know we do.
Not the humming thing.
I'm probably going to say talking during movies. I can tend to do that only in particular situations, though.
Yeah.
If it's a new movie that I haven't seen or other people are like that kind of thing. Like,
Oh, but no. I just want to make sure I understand what you're saying. If it's a movie you've seen, you're okay with talking. No, hold on. Let me finish. That's an annoying habit. But if others in the theater, no, if others in the theater have not
Yeah.
seen it, it's all good.
Yeah.
that's not what I meant. Even if
That's
it
not
is
what
I
that's
said.
not what you meant.
Even if
Okay.
it was what I said. I think talking during a movie is more annoying. Flat out.
Okay. Appreciate that.
I find myself talking during a movie to try and explain things.
Oh, that's even worse.
Like,
Hey, so this guy,
like-
just so you know, he's the bad
I feel like
guy.
I do that with Delaney. Like, Delaney's probably like feeling herself right now. Cause like, she'll be like, oh yeah, it's good that I, whatever. Like I didn't, like I just was on my phone. Like, and I'll be like, well, let's pause it.
Let me tell you about
So I can like catch
Well,
you.
see, no, that's different. You can't pause in a movie theater.
Oh, in a movie theater? I'm not
Yeah.
talking in a movie theater. That's
Okay.
crazy.
Okay.
Crazy. Yes, you're right.
I'm thinking movie theater this
I was
whole
thinking
time.
on my couch,
Yeah.
and if I do that, I will pause it. I'm
Okay.
not going to talk during a movie.
Okay.
Sorry, I made a whole thing out of nothing.
No, it's okay.
Talking during a movie.
I
I thought you meant during in the
No,
theater,
you
and
can't
I'm
talk
like,
in a theater. That's wild.
that's what I was thinking.
no. Talking in a theater.
I still don't like, because our kids would just yap during a movie. Like we're watching Lila Crocodile.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, I don't know what's,
You gotta wait and watch.
your question will be answered here in 2 minutes.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
That's a
Yeah.
true fact.
All right.
I
Oh,
don't
it's
know.
mine. It's mine.
Yeah.
Talking during movies. Yeah. I just, the theater is a whole other level of,
Yeah.
it turns into just anger.
Yeah, I agree.
Like,
Yeah.
I get angry.
again, the world does not revolve around you. There are
Yeah.
people in this theater trying to watch this movie, and you're just yapping it up like
Yeah.
you've got it all to yourself.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean,
Have you
I
ever?
will-
Go ahead.
Yes,
No.
I have.
You've shushed people
Yes.
in the theater. That's amazing.
I've had to.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Yeah. Nobody wants.
I don't want to.
Some people might want to. Do
But
it.
I've had to. I've turned around and given the
Like,
look.
the look.
Like that's a thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, I'm looking at you.
Like I hear you.
Yeah. Okay. What do you?
I will say, yes, that bothers me. But if it's a bad movie and you're making jokes to your friend, that's fun.
That is fun.
That is fun.
That's
Or
fun.
I find myself doing this, and this is, I'm sure, annoying. But like, if I think I know what the end is going to be, I'm just compelled to tell someone because I need you
100%.
to know how smart I am.
You do this
I
when
do.
we just have conversations.
I do.
She tries to figure
I'm
out.
with you 100%.
And I've
100%.
apologized to Adam before because I do it a lot to him specifically because I'm like, I already know what you're saying. Shut up. Like,
And I'm like, okay, well, you can go ahead and finish
I
my
know,
thought for me.
and I have apologized,
It's
and
funny.
I have started to listen.
So we all agree talking during movies.
That's fine.
Yep.
All right, we're on to the next round.
Cool.
Let's speed through these.
Got
Well,
it.
we got all our
Yeah.
stuff out. Now we
Yeah.
can just go.
Loud chewing against replying K.
Adam
It's
first.
you.
Loud chewing.
Loud chewing.
Loud chewing.
Okay.
It's worse.
All right, moves on to the final four. Slow walkers against shopping carts.
Slow walker.
Shopping cart.
Slow walkers. Sorry, dude.
That's sad. Those people need punished. Anyways,
Sending voice memos, blasting music in public.
got?
blasting music in public.
Blasting music in public.
Voice memo.
It's fair.
And clicking pins, talking during movies. Talking during movies is mine.
Pen.
Talking during movies.
Oh,
I'm such a pen clicker.
final four. Loud
right.
chewing against slow walkers. Back to you, Brandy.
Loud chewing.
Slow walker.
Oh no. I'll be honest, slow walkers.
Yeah.
They just do something. They do something to my heart.
wait to just walk slowly, brother.
I can't wait to send a voice memo. Blasting music in public against talking during movies. Andrew Archer.
Wow. That's a Final Four matchup.
Yeah.
Blasting music in public. Talking during a movie. I'm gonna go blasting music in public.
Talking during movies.
Talking during movies.
Yeah, I don't feel bad about that at all.
No.
All right, so that means
Slow
it's
walkers.
the final matchup of the most annoying habits: slow walkers against talking during movies.
Did the people
Am I
that
the
walk
first one?
slowly into the theater and then talk during
Yeah,
the movie?
while they're talking. Yes.
I got to stick to my guns. Talking during movies is my pick. Brandy.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna say slow walkers. Brings it
As
down
I
to
hoped
you.
it would. What would
dreams have
happen?
come
Yes.
true.
It's
Storybook
down.
ending.
It's down to Andrew Archer.
All the marbles,
Sitting in a theater, watching a good flick,
but you can't because.
but I'm trying to get somewhere. I got places I need to be. Time is a valuable asset.
Oh, the
Trying
dilemma.
to go ride the Phantom at Kennywood.
We should have put slow thinkers. Come on, that was pretty good. Come on.
That was pretty funny. talking during movies.
Talking during movies is the winner. Make some noise for talking during movies, and let that be a lesson to all of you movie talkers to shut your mouths.
Do it.
More importantly, put your shopping carts back.
There you go. That was a lot of fun. A fun episode, long episode, but you know what? It was all good. We do have the final drop. I thought we would mention. So, we've got Easter coming up April 20th.
Yep.
But on April 18th, Good Friday, we are doing something kind of new that we're excited about.
Yeah.
We're going to come together that Friday night, 6 p.m., and just spend an hour just kind of reflecting, remembering what Christ did on the cross, Good Friday. And so we're going to have a time of prayer and worship, and just kind of like it's going to be acoustic worship, kind of a quiet time, just to kind of just be in that moment, and really in preparation for just celebrating his resurrection on Easter Sunday. And so we're excited to do it. We'll let you know more about it as we get closer. But I think you, Arch, Josh, Pastor Tim, hopefully will be involved with leading different prayer moments. And we'll have some worship as well. So we hope that you can join us for that. And it's open to anybody to invite someone to come as well. But it should be a great Good Friday gathering, we're calling it.
I like it.
Love it.
Should be awesome.
There you go.
Sweet.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. We had a lot of fun this episode. We learned a lot.
Learned a lot.
You
of
should
things.
email either your middle name or your most annoying pet peeve
Yes.
Yeah.
to ghf@theridge.church.
Yes. Please email us.
We would love that.
That would be amazing.
It would just be great.
We would
love
love that
emails.
little interaction between the lovely listeners.
That's right.
And ourselves.
All right. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your month. We'll see you at the end of April. So long. Goodbye.
Bye.
Peace.